Hi, it's Nancy Lynn from Awesome Canine. Today I want to talk a little bit about the different collars that we use for training. Everybody always asks what's the best thing I should use to walk my dog. It depends on the dog, it depends on the problems that you're having, and it depends on how well you manage the tools. So I am going to go through a little bit of things that some people don't know about. This, for instance, is a slip chain. Okay? The slip chain goes through the loop like that, and it goes over the dog's head. What a lot of people don't realize is that there's a right way and a wrong way to put it on. If I put it on facing me and I make the letter P for puppy, so it looks like that, and I put it over the dog's head and I walk the dog on my left, what happens is when the dog puts tension on the leash, it goes tight. As soon as they release or I release, it goes loose. If the dog goes to the right-hand side, what happens is it gets tight and it stays tight. Okay, so this is a handed tool. A lot of people don't know that, so you have to be careful which way you put it on depending on which side you walk the dog. Okay, that's one tool. The next one I get asked about a lot is a prong collar. Okay, the prong collar is good for a dog that pulls or a dog that's extremely strong that you're having trouble with. It's kind of like having training tools. Training wheels. It quickens the response from the dog. The inside part of the prong collar is not meant to be sharp. These are beveled and they're loose. Okay, it's meant to sit snug on the dog's neck so that I can get my fingers underneath it so it's not tight, tight, tight. If it's too loose and it spins, that's not good either. So I want to sit it up behind the back of the ears up here and let it sit there. This goes under the chin, and this is where the correction comes from. This collar is meant to stay loose on the dog. The correction is not a pull tug, and it's not a hold and let the dog drag me. Okay, it's meant for a quick pop release, and the way these work is it simulates what the mother does with the puppies. It's just a pop release, and it's good. Okay, so we're going to show you how to use these in the walk in a little bit. Anyhow, that's the other one. The next thing is a halty. A halty is good when you're working on focus. So it fits over the dog's muzzle, and it goes around the back, and this goes behind the ears, and the control comes from under the nose. Okay, so up here. So this is where I can control what the dog's doing. It's a good tool if you want to work on more focus and you want to keep the dog's nose off the ground. Okay. Then there's a martingale. A martingale is like a flat collar, but it's got the chain in the middle so that when you fit this on the dog, you can still do the corrections that you do with the prong collar or that you do with the slip lead, but it's a little gentler collar for a dog that doesn't pull so much or that doesn't need such a brief correction. Okay, this is when you've got the dog going, this becomes easier. Okay, so it's just a pop release, and the way this fits the dog is it should be around the neck about there. You want a little bit of room to make it snug and release, and again, it's not tight. Okay, then we have a slip lead. This is called a British lead, and what this does is it works similar to what the slip chain does, and it goes over the dog's head, so that this is the lead part, same as the slip chain, so it releases, okay? And I have a clip on here that goes onto their collar, so it's a safety. But this works the same way. It's very soft, and this sits up behind the dog's head, so it sits up behind the ears, and this is a little bit of space, and this is what you use for your lead. This is easier to show you, so I'm gonna actually show you how we walk the dog with one of these.